My name is Courtney Pandoff and I am the salon manager as well as a master designer here at the Ulta Beauty in Warren, Michigan, store 1214. Okay, so here today we have my guest Jordan with us. So she has been on quite the hair journey over the last few months here. She was once upon a time blue. She is ready to move onward and upward into a different color scheme. So you'll be following us along on this journey today while we remove the residual color from her cuticle. From there, we are going to do a double process on her new growth to get her to a true level 10. And then from there, you will see us go through with a color melting technique, depositing the new matrix, so color cult. So we're thinking shades of silvers, blues, purples, that kind of thing. So looking at Jordan's hair, we can tell that she's been through multiple processes of lifting the hair out. You can see that she has some splitting and damage throughout her ends. So with all that being said, we have a couple of options as far as removing the residual color from the hair strand. We can go in with a bleaching agent, which would really go through and destroy the hair strand even more. Because of the journey that she's been on with her hair, I don't think that would be the best recommendation for her. So today, instead, I'm going to be using the Color Eraser by Matrix. So what that product is going to do is it's going to soak into the hair strand and it's going to help to dissolve and eliminate the direct dyes that are found in our hair strand. It's very important that as we are applying this color, that we are only applying it to the hair that's been previously colored. So we are going to leave out the new growth area. Some other pro tips that we have is this product is super liquidy. You can tell just like this, it's kind of like soup. It's really good for saturating the hair strand, but it can be a mess. And as a professional stylist, it's really important that we are taking care of not only our client's hair, but also the space around us and staying nice and tidy. So today you'll notice that I have a spare towel on hand as well as some foils, which are going to help eliminate the mess. So I'm feathering this through the line of demarcation. I'm making sure that my saturation is good throughout the mid-shearing through the ends where she has the most color. And I'd say that's looking pretty good. As you can see, Jordan is a lot blonder than she was when she previously left us. We've gone through and completed her double process retouch. We brought her to a 10 at the new growth area, and we've toned her out to try to create an even flaming base as we apply our final color melt onto her hair. I'm sectioning Jordan's hair into her 4 standard sections. I am using her natural part. So I'm going to start by working in the back right quadrants of her hair. I'm going to start from top to bottom, that way I can flip as I work. That's really going to help ensure that I am saving as much time as possible. I'm going in and doing a shadow root using the color Blooming Orchid just to create a nice soft color melt. So with this color, I want to make sure that my saturation is nice. I'm only going to take it out about an inch at a time. As I go through and complete the rest of the color melt, I might drop more of the shadow root color in variations of places as we go, just to give it more of an organic look. So I'm taking a slight diagonal back subsection, and I'm applying roughly an inch out. I'm just working my way down, flipping that color forward. Okay, so now that we have our shadow root color on, I'm going to go ahead and start doing a color melt. I'm going to be using marble gray, dusty teal, and then dusty purple in different variations. So I'm going to start by making sure I'm nice and clean. I'm going to place my foil underneath. I have my line of demarcation kind of smudged out already just through the application process that I used. I'm going to go in with, I think I'm feeling the marble gray first. So I'm going to come right through, and where I have some of that extra color, I'm going to cross back my brush strokes, making sure that blends through, and then I'm going to make sure that my mids to ends are nice and saturated. Okay, so we are back with Jordan. We've watched her color out, and now we're going to be moving on to her haircut. So Jordan is looking for something that's going to be about shoulder length, probably a little bit longer hitting her collarbone area. We're going to create a balanced haircut by squaring off her perimeter. One of her main concerns is that she's looking for some movement within her hair, but her hair does tend to be on the finer side, and so a little bit of layering goes a long way. We're going to go in today with a customized square layer technique in order to help create some natural movement and volume without removing too much weight. So because we're looking to create a balanced perimeter, that means that I need to make sure that my body is also balanced with the head. So Jordan, I'm going to ask that you just look straight forward for me. You can keep your head up. That way we can keep her hair at its natural fall. I'm going to comb it straight down. I'm going to make sure that my feet are standing about shoulder width apart, that I feel nice and comfortable, and that I'm parallel to her shoulders right now. I'm then going to come in and create my first cut. I know that because we want it to fall right about collarbone area, that means that when I come in, I'm going to take off about 2 inches today. So I'm coming through, pulling this straight down to the natural fall of the hair, and I'm making my first cut. Because of how far she parts her hair over, this is going to be a smaller quadrant to work within, so I actually feel pretty comfortable cutting this in half. So I'm going to cut this in half the first time with a horizontal subsection. Section angle accuracy is always going to help you to make sure that your lines stay consistent. I'm combing the back section that we just worked with just slightly over the shoulder, because the back section where her perimeter is going to become my new guideline. So I'm going to drop the perimeter down, hold it horizontal to the floor, or parallel to the floor, sorry, and then make my first cut. So I'm going to go ahead and start off by taking a vertical section from the center back all the way down to the nape of Jordan's hair. I'm going to start off by making this probably about 1/2 of an inch to start, just for the sake of control and accuracy. And since my goal is really to help to remove just a little bit of weight throughout the perimeter to help the shape of the haircut cave in, I'm going to go ahead and pull this subsection 90 degrees out from the occipital. You can find that by finding the bone that peeks out in the back of the head. So I'm pulling that 90 degrees out. Once you see the hair start to fall, you know that you've reached your natural perimeter. I'm going to go ahead from there and cut straight up, but only to my second knuckle. And the reason for that is because anything past my second knuckle isn't truly accurate to the subsection. So I'm following my guide, and notice how I'm pulling everything to that exact same wall. We're just going higher and higher up on that plane. And there's our first section. So from there, I will take half of my previous and half of my next section. And this section is going to get over-directed only slightly back to previous section, and that's for the sake of being able to see your traveling guide. Again, we are going 90 degrees out from your occipital. You can see your guide is sitting right through here. I know that's a good space, or that's the right space for me to cut. I'm going to go ahead and travel up, only cutting to my second knuckle. And we are going to continue that all the way throughout the back of her hair. Alright, so this is Jordan's completed haircut with face framing and her siping. We are going to go ahead and get her nice and styled, and you will see her back then.